Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday I received the One UI 8.5 official beta 4. This is the ZZ Top Albany, that's how I call it. It's a ZZAL, but with a February 5th security patch. Earlier today I've been reading your comments. Hey, did they fix the quick panel lag? When is the beta coming out for the AT&T Unlocked S23 Ultra? Oof, tough question, specifically if your phone is locked to a carrier. And then some other things. Still Samsung needs some refinement like Oxygen OS and smoothness and etc and etc. There are some very nice comments on the option to change the voice for the voicemail, which luckily you can do. But in this video, I want to do a very short demonstration on how good this ROM operates, or not so good. So hence I'm recording 4K 60 FPS for you to enjoy the hopefully stunning animations. And I'm gonna start with something that I'm doing in all my videos like this. This is the first thing I always check, alright. Right now I'm rocking this ROM for like 24 hours and more. So at this point of time, everything hopefully should be settled. Now this particular animation, I would say this will make it through the cut. It's a good one. This one here, a bit problematic though, but as you can see, still not that bad. I mean, we've seen here worse. Honestly, that's not 100% bad. I mean, it's probably like 20% bad. And now allow me to share my recent applications. As you can see, I have tons of them. I'm not going to close them for the sake of this test. Scrolling to the right will give me Google Now, maybe just a slightly stutter, I would say, one more time. Yeah, now this second time is kind of like perfect. And then this is the navigation. I mean, no issues with this. I mean, come on, it's an S Ultra phone, right? So going up will immediately reveal my app drawer with the search key. So it feels okay. Now this is some widgets. This is the weather widgets. This is the Nowbar widgets. All right, as you can see. No problems at all. So let's try to explore some more widgets, specifically the Spotify one, because this has been working with issues. Yeah, you see, and I don't think it's something related to Samsung. Sometimes it's going to collapse quite okay. Some other time though, it's going to be a bit worse. Now this time, close it. Boom, it's okay, right? But then you can see the first time it might be a bit abrupt when you try to close it. And then this is the battery widget. You cannot click on this. And this is the weather widget. You can see how beautifully it expands with everything going back and forth, zooming in, zooming out. It's actually quite beautiful. You asked about the locking the quick panel. So first time you do it, there is a bit of a stutter. Second time, it's going to be better. Now this is the dark mode, white mode, dark mode. You can see when I apply the dark mode, everything goes dark really, and it's beautiful. I can go inside the settings. It's going to be like almost like pitch black, and from here I'm just going to do like another swipe to just see how good this is going to work. One more time like this, right? You see, no big issues whatsoever. Now going back to the white mode, and you can see the moment I just turn everything black, it's going to change everything on the background. So at this point of time, like these standard things are more or less okay. What I want to make sure is that I'm not utilizing Home Up to do some additional changes on my animations and all the other stuff that you can do from Home Up that is pretty much crazy. So to be 100% sure, the only thing I can do is just disable this. All right, okay, I'm just probably gonna show you something cool if I go like this. I mean, yeah, this is how you know you use it, by the way. Anyway, I'm going to disable it to just try to be stuck as much as I can, right? Before I close all my recents up, let's go inside the Memory Guardian. I just want to see how much RAM I'm using right now. So you can see almost 8 GB out of 12. All right, Chrome is using a lot of memory, Google Play services, stuff like this. I'm just gonna clean now everything, okay? And by the way, Memory Guardian is a sweet part of the Good Guardian. So if you want to use it, just give it a go. By the way, you can see like the Good Guardian has been already updated for One UI 8.5 with all these nice buttons here. And yeah, you can customize it. You know, Memory Guardian has default or quick switching mode, or you can speed up, top up mode. I'm keeping this in a default mode. And right now I'm going to go back inside my recent menu and I'm going to close everything. And let's now try to open some applications. So I'm going to open X. I'm gonna go to the Instagram. I mean, yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, guys. We've seen really better. It's probably good enough for being a Samsung phone, but it's probably still a bit far away from where a lot of the other phones are out there, such as the likes of Oppo, Vivo, Xiaomi, Huawei. I mean, you name it. Oxygen OS, Color OS, Vantage OS, Origin OS, Hyper OS. Honestly, I don't really care that much about this. Still, Samsung One UI is one of my favorite OSs, just for the fact that it's so heavily customizable stock. Let me know down below what you think in the comments on this animation things. Like, yeah, when I go inside Instagram and I decide to go to the right to get the camera preview, alright, not that bad actually. Hi there. So now let's try to open the regular camera. So this is the regular camera, back and forth. All right, closing, opening, closing. Yeah, I mean, I've seen really worse. So honestly, at this point of time, I would say if we kind of can take all the Chinese phones, like the likes of ColorOS and Oxygen OS and etc., as being like 10 out of 10 in terms of fluidity and animations, I don't know, like OnePlus and etc., I would rank this probably at about like 7, 8, right? Pixel is also kind of nice. Given the fact that you apparently can do a lot of customizations, I don't think that this is bad. Could be better though, I cannot lie to you, it could be better. But we've seen also worse in the recent years, and right now I kind of like the way it works. And if I just have to open like one app, I mean, definitely remember the times when we were not even able to kind of like continuously use this, like stop the app and open the app. So right now I think we are to the state where this works. I'm gonna open X for you. So this is X. All right, Instagram and the gallery, and then the Play Store, and then the Galaxy Samsung Store and whatever. So it ain't that bad. All right. Oh, okay. Now this was a good test. Scrolling the first time, revealing my notifications and quick panel was a bit of a hassle, I would say. But even here, you can go change things up. There's not going to be any luck whatsoever. And you know about this new crazy good One UI 8.5 quick panel that you can resize and you can do a bunch of things. And actually, this is absolutely madness, right? Like, you can do whatever you want with this. Another stutter. Anyway, and you can always go back and try to reset it from here. So boom, reset quick panel, and then you just go back to stock. But it has a lot of advantages because you can just take some things and make them small, and by doing so you have the option to just place more stuff here, which is nice, right? You can just take all these modes here, modes and routines, and all these bubbles, and just make them small, and you can hold them and you can move them around. So you see the point, right? It's really a very beautiful quick panel, and I kind of like all these overlapping effects. So don't get me wrong, I still think it's very good. Probably again, it's like 7, max like 8 out of 10 in terms of animation and smoothness. What happens when you open a folder though? Yeah, not that bad. Let me show you something cool. I'm gonna go back inside my Good Lock and I'm gonna scroll down to my Home app, and I'm just going to turn Home up. All right, I'm just going to enable it because it's really feature packed, and I will not show you things from Home up in this video. You can check my other videos. But now when I go to the folder, boom, I can change the folder, screen grid, and the pop-up folder, and enable it from here. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Oh my God, this animation wasn't good. But come on, Samsung are really trying to grow on us, right? They're really trying to do better. And yeah, there are these things right now that you can do. Oh, by the way, why is this enabled on all of my folders? For a reason, when I enable the pop-up folder, it's going to be enabled on all of my folders. But you can see where this thing is going. And we have the Edge panel, and we have the S Pen. So the hopes, or my hopes, guys, are fairly high, I would say, for this 26 Ultra, and it's just because I am managing my expectations. So I kind of expect the same phone as this, that was the same as the one before, that was almost the same as the one before that. So just very small minor iterations. I'm going to be very interested to see what do you think down below in the comments. Else, this is how I can open applications from a folder, like from a pop-up folder. Ain't that bad. All right, that's Grok. Okay, and now I'm going to, let me just put Twitter here, or X, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to open it from here. Honestly, not that bad. Of course, can always be better. So again, just share what you think down below in the comments. And I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. And if that's the case, go check some of my other videos. Damn, thanks. VST over, and bye.